Alright, it's 120. Means it's 420 somewhere. If you got one, spark up. Alright. First up for today, we have 6 bear encounters you don't want to see. I mean, seeing it on video probably ain't gonna be so bad, but seeing it in person probably not so much. But let's get to it.
These 6 shocking bear encounters are sure to send freezing cold shivers
You fucking kitten.
right down your spine. Number 6. Northern Ontario, this man was out on a seemingly average hunt when an aggressive black bear decided to make him its target. At the start of the clip, he can be seen slowly creeping up towards the animal lurking up ahead in hopes of observing it from closer. The man stands there in disbelief as the predator continues to get closer by the second. What happens next, though, is truly horrifying.
Quack! Quack! Quack!
Full of adrenaline and fear, the man immediately starts running away from the area,
Me?
but eventually comes to realize that he is no longer in danger
Scare me, that guy.
and simply stops recording. Number 5. On an early morning in Tennessee, these locals had a sudden visit from a curious black bear that unfortunately didn't quite turn out as expected. Before anything, the man recording bravely walks out onto his front porch in order to hopefully scare the intrusive animal away.
Camera. Back up. Go. Rah. Rah. Yo. Rah.
What he's doing, luckily, seems to work, as the bear starts slowly backing off towards his driveway when this happens.
Yeah. Rah. Ha. 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 All right, get back in.
Obviously not wanting a physical confrontation with the animal, he quickly runs back to his house to grab a pan and begins making loud banging sounds.
Get out of here.
Finally, the predator seems to get the message and ends up running off into the woods. Number 4. On a nice day in New Jersey, this brave woman noticed a curious black bear lurking near her house, and unfortunately got a little too close to it. She starts off the video by unsuspectingly showing the bear eating some acorns on the ground just a few feet away from her.
This is a black bear in front of my house eating acorns. Great acorn crop this year.
Eventually, though, the animal starts feeling uncomfortable about having her around and decides to do this.
How timid these animals really are. See, that was a bluff charge. Bears get killed over this, and they always stop.
Wanting to capture some good content for her video, she begins trying to provoke the predator into bluff charging her once again.
Are you going to bluff charge me again and show people what a bluff charge is? That is saying, stay away from me. There he goes. That is a bluff charge. No, you go.
After further explaining the reason behind the bear's bluff charges, the woman eventually feels like she's seen enough and attempts to chase the animal away.
Go, 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 go.
Finally, she decides to leave the
So I'm looking at how much bigger this bear was compared to the guy who had the little one outside of his house. Yeah, and she didn't flinch when that motherfucker hit her with that bluff charge at all. Whereas the guy who was, on a porch had a whole bunch of stuff in between him and the bear. He jumped. But I guess that's, maybe he was just unaware of the bluff charge. That was actually my first time hearing of such a term. Yeah. Fuck. But let's get back to it.
Predator alone and walk back to her house. Number 3. In Alberta, Canada, 2 men had their bow hunting trip completely ruined when a few black bears decided that they were due for a meal. The video picks up as one of the predators can be seen suspiciously staring at the men from a tree branch directly below them.
Get out of here. Get.
After a few extremely tense minutes, a second bear unfortunately decides to join the scene, and this is where things take a truly horrifying turn. Luckily for them, the
God damn it.
predators thankfully decide to surrender their meal and run away from the area completely. Number 2. On a snowy mountain in Romania, a man had his skiing trip unfortunately cut short when a hostile brown bear decided to chase after him. This chilling clip starts off as a group of unsuspecting skiers stop in their tracks to observe a bear curiously approaching them from the snowy path up ahead.
Prietenoși, nu venim cu acă? Nu suntem prieteni chiar așa. Haide!
Most likely expecting the bear to stay there and leave him alone, the man decides to try and move on with his skiing trip, but very quickly regrets his decision.
Nu ai voie aici. Nu e voie. Pa ursulică! Haide!
Now, starting to fear for his safety, he gets right back to skiing down the mountain as fast as he can, but the predator unfortunately refuses to let him go so easily.
Ești un zăpăcit!
The intense chase carries on for many more minutes when the man eventually passes by another group of innocent skiers who immediately begin retreating as well.
Atenție că vine ursul! Haideți, dați-i drumul ușurel!
Finally, the
See, at that point, just don't be the slowest skier.
animal, most likely starting to feel fatigued, decides to leave those people alone, once and for all. Number 1. In Katmai National Park, an enjoyable expedition unexpectedly turned into a nightmare when a huge mother bear, accompanied by her 2 cubs, decided to pay these unarmed tourists a visit. At first, they begin filming, after spotting the bear family, unfortunately heading towards them from the shoreline to their right.
Guys, let's move down this way just real slow, as far as you can. We just want to give her some room to go by.
All the tourists continue to remain frozen in fear as the completely fearless bears now.
So yeah, that's a. I definitely see how this one became number 1. Because this one involves cubs and a much larger bear. Known for being more aggressive than the black bears. Where they got me messed up is they're an unarmed. Why? Why would you go out to a place like that unarmed? Because there's more than just black bears out there more than just grizzly bears that could be hunting you.
Begin dangerously walking right past them.
There's 2 cubs very close to
Luckily, they didn't feel threatened by the humans and simply decided to walk on, leaving everyone there completely speechless. Thanks for watching until the end. Check out this other video that is sure to give you the chills. I'll see you there.
All right. That one lady, I ain't gonna lie, she was obviously very knowledgeable of bears to be that bold as to just sit there and just walk up and record it and bait it into a bluff charge. Like, you're playing with fire with that one, yeah. But that last one though, that mama bear and her two cubs, that one would have had me a little uneasy. Of all the other ones. Well, that plus being in the tree with two bears climbing up behind you, that probably couldn't have been, you know, what are you gonna do? Can't run. You gonna jump out the tree? But yeah. So 6 bear encounters you don't want to see. I feel like I've seen worse. Worse videos than most of them. Like I said, the one with the lady, you know, that one was pretty cool just because, you know, I learned something new. I had never heard of a bluff charge. I'm not sure if that only applies to black bears. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought. Which one, if you were in all those scenarios, which one do you think would have scared you more? But yeah, other than that, y'all have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Stay blazing.